Hey, you wanna see the coolest goddamn thing ever? This episode starts with the karmic sin of all anime as it skips a scene from the manga that gives Ryu exactly as much attention as he deserves. They meet back in the middle with Ichigo calling bullshit on this whole hollow contest thing and offering to just smash Glasses Boy's glasses face with his own glasses fist. But all that gets cut short once the sky begins to look suspiciously like the main through-line plot thread of the first season of Matt Smith's Doctor Who. Ishida rushes off to the hollow potluck to be a goddamn psychopath, which gives us just a breath to deal with some of the convoluted world building. So like, yes Earth and no Heaven have this balance or whatever where dead people and alive people have to be the same number or else the hourglass breaks, and that's not good for some reason. Don't worry your pretty little brain shit about it. But remember how the Quincy's just straight up murder bitches? Well, that's apparently the wrong kind of murder, and now those dead demon ghosts don't get cleansed and sent back to the good place. This fucks up the math, and you know how Soul Society gets about math. Because Soul Society has rules. So they asked nicely for the Quincy's to please stop, and the Quincy's said no, so the good guys did a genocide. Ichigo rushes in to say sorry, but Bo ain't having it. His whole deal has a lot less to do with the massacre of his entire people, and a lot more to do with that one time when his grandpop got popped and the Soul police showed up fashionably late to the murder party despite the fact that the invitation clearly said we were starting promptly at 7 o'clock. But we're dealing with shonen logic here, so there's nothing wrong with everyone swearing a blood debt and still fighting on the same team as long as they're a little emo about it. The fight gives Bleach a chance to show off some bitchin' hollow designs right before giving history's most badass introduction to history's most dumbest looking monster. Enter Menos Grande, Japanese for Spanish for less big. This doofy bastard is a cannibalistic clonal colony of over 100 much cooler looking hollows blended together into a dollar store Halloween costume that they don't want to wear but they have to because their grandma bought it for them and there's no telling how many Christmases she's going to be around for. Unfortunately, his power level is inversely proportional to his aesthetic suaveness and no one's supposed to fight him except the Royal Special Task Force, and also there's apparently a Royal Special Task Force. Can we talk a little more about them? No? Okay then. Speaking of dollar stores and late arrivals, we finally get a satisfying conclusion to Urahara's strange little found family army when they slide in with a whole case full of Deus Ex Machina badassness. The resident chaotic neutral striped hat surprise seems to know more about what's going on than I do on my second rewatch, and he stops Rukia from intervening to make some sort of plot about what's really been going on. Ichi does as Ichi do and rushes towards this magic bean's reject to hit it with a sharp stick. It works exactly as well as everyone expected, so everyone dies. Except wait, what's this? Touching Ichigo's sword prompts Ishida's bow to digivolve because something about Ichigo's spirit power always pouring out like a faucet or something. That explanation somehow makes everything more confusing, so let's just say Ichi-ni has unlimited cosmic power but is too fucking stupid to know how to control it. As a fun little example, he takes a hyper beam to the face like a champ before one-shotting this flute-faced fuck's phantasmagorical pride. In case you haven't noticed, in Bleach no badass act goes unpunished, so Ichigo gets about 2.5 seconds to gloat before all that unlocked energy decides to supernova his shit. Glasses-chan fast-forwards his redemption arc by drinking up all that excess power to make some fireworks, tearing that alabaster skin to shreds you say, and saving the show in the process. And while that ought to be happily ever after for the Avengers of Karakura Town, Rukia's close-up and a final note on the piano dredged that melancholic ominous mood from up out the skein of cathartic shonen satisfaction. I went to college for this shit.